let's go ahead and talk about the guy, man, our guy, man, B Norm Jr., man. Of course, man, recent time in fought Devin Haney, came on short in the fight, of course, and
Yeah,
of course, he did a recent interview with Cigar Talk where he looked like he was in great spirits and everything, and saying basically that he good and back working and stuff, and you know, of course looking to get back in the ring, coming up in April, March or April. So
yeah,
you can kind of speak in perspective with B Norm Jr., man.
yeah. I actually got it. I actually talked to him last night because his ass been avoiding me. I talked to his ass last night. Well, yeah, he good, man. He real good, man. Him and his pops good. Everything good. Them boys, they locked in or whatever like that. Um, I thought it was a good interview. You know what I'm saying? Be a grown man coming into his own. So unfortunately, he said some things that he said, but um, that way when he got back from Saudi, he came over here. We sat down, we talked. You know what I'm saying? And he let me in on some things that happened that I wasn't privy of. Well, I'm not gonna say I wasn't privy of, and some things that happened that I didn't know of. I say that, and some of those things came out. You know what I'm saying? But him and his dad good, man. I don't want people to think that they not good. They are good. You know what I'm saying? Um, he definitely back working. He was gonna get another trainer, but I don't want people to think that he just gonna dump his dad and da da da. No, it's
Right.
it's more to the story than what people believe or know. He didn't state all, but it's a specific reason. But I'll also say this: don't think that dad is out the picture or he's far away or whatever the case may be, because this can just be a one fight thing. You know what I mean? I can put that out there. This might just be a one fight thing.
Right.
But and then the next fight his dad can be right back. So, and then again, people who are celebrating that his dad is gone, hey man, hey, I don't know one trainer out there that has a fighter that came through the gauntlet and went to the heights that he's already been, and what I mean, at a young age. There's, trainers doing YouTube clowning him, you know what I mean? But how can you clown somebody who's already created a world champion? That's where things get sticky. You can't clown somebody who's already had a world champion, and you're a trainer, professional trainer too, and you haven't had one. You know what I'm saying? They even sniff
Man.
at that. You know what I mean? But they good, man. Him and his dad, they good. You know what I mean? Some things that Junior wanted to is get back established between those two. And those things are definitely going perfectly fine. They spent Christmas together. You know what I mean? Keeping them updated on what's going on, what's next, who's next. So man, everything good, man. And Junior, he cool. Some things that we shared that he felt like should have happened. You know what I mean? Uh, he's kicking himself for a couple things, but that's what it's all about in a return. You know what I mean? And he's definitely looking forward to it. I know people said they seen pictures of him with Coach Derrick James, and people assume that he's training
Yeah.
with Derrick James. That's not accurate either. You know what I mean? So
Right.
people just as boxing fans, content creators, we like to be first and not really run things through the fax machine. But he did have a workout with Derrick. But if you paid close attention, the whole fighters first management stable was there. So it wasn't just like him working out with Derrick James to be his new trainer or nothing like that. It was just training, man. You know what I mean? There's more names on the list. I'm not gonna say, you know what I mean? But it's more names on the list, and he'll get around to those names and see what's going on. You know what I mean? But for sure, I think he should be back in April. Probably earlier than that, probably March. But we'll see. You know what I mean? And shit, he gonna be mandatory real soon. Gonna be mandatory real soon, and yeah, man. Gonna be interesting 2026 for him.
Facts, facts, facts. Let me read this super chat from Mr. Boxing Hacker right here. He said, looking back, do y'all still think Devin was forced into the Brian Norman fight? LOL. I remember y'all said Dev was forced. LOL. How forced was he now? Salute the boxing hacker with
How
the
forced was
five
he?
dollar super chat.
Because I know that he was signed to Turkey. Listen, man, people can deny and all that stuff and things of that nature, man. Like I said before, when the fight was a not one before the fight was even thought of, Turkey called Norman team, literally 2 days after he fought Sasaki. They wasn't even thinking about Brian Norman Jr. Bill was talking about honorable mentions with fucking what's his name? Lil Africa. Listen, I know what I know. You know what I'm saying? I
Facts.
know exactly what I don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. I know what I know. Now, how the fuck does it look? How does it? You tell me, Cam. How does it look when you don't even know that another like let's just say me and you was fighting, right?
Right.
And I'm in Devin's shoes, and you in Norman's shoes, but you get a call from Turkey about a fight. I don't even know that you got a call about the fight, but then I go run to Twitter and say I'm looking for this guy named Brian Norman Jr. because I finally get whiff of that, you know what I'm saying, Turkey making this fight to make it look like we're running things. That's not
Right.
how it happened. That's just not how it happened. People can believe
Right.
what they want to believe. 2 days after, which means he fought on the Thursday, Saturday on the way back, AC got the call. On Monday, they was having a meeting about it. So again, like people can say what they want to say. I know. You know what I mean? I know. Whether he was forced into it or not, but I know what I know. They didn't know what was going on. Now, if
Facts.
they knew what was going on, none of the shit that was written would have been said. It don't take a damn fucking rocket scientist to figure it out. Why would
Facts,
Brian
man.
Norman Jr. say? Why would he respond and say, "Oh, you ain't got to pull up on me. I'm pulling up on y'all"? Why would he respond in that way? Come on, man. Like again, like I said before, boxing fans, they know so much, and sometimes you can't tell people something, bro. And I ain't going back and forth with no motherfucker,
Oh
bro.
yeah, man.
I know what I know, but
We know what happened, man. We know how the fight came about, man. We done broke this down several times, so
right,
no
right,
need to go back on that in
right,
particular for sure.
right. I
No
ain't,
need.
bro.
Salute
Come
to
on, bro.
Dr. Hacker with the $5 super chat, by the way, man. Salute to you though, brother. All right, so recent timing, man. I wanted to get your opinion on this situation that's been going on, man. One of the hottest topics in boxing right now with virtual tees